Hi, fellas. Welcome back to the Spelling Life podcast, where we change mentalities one episode at a time. So excited to have you back. I trust you all are doing well. So on today's episode, I am joined by my two amazing friends, who FYI, I have met for the very first time since we became friends. So yeah, I'll let them introduce themselves from my left. Yeah.
Hi, people. My name is Calvin Kinyanjui. I am excited to be a guest on Megan's podcast. I'm excited to have a lovely conversation.
Yeah.
Hi guys, my name is Kezia Mungara. I am Megan's friend and I love her so much. And I'm also excited to be here.
Love you too. So I met Calvin a while ago, like a month ago, two ago.
Like 2
months ago. Yeah. Through a friend of ours. Shout out to Coralie. We miss you. I've missed you so much. I met Kezia almost a year ago. And I'm meeting her for the first time today. If you're my friend and you're watching this, I know you guys are probably seeing the thing you guys see about me and online friends. But yeah, ni nyota yangu.
Nyota ya social media friends.
Yeah, anyways, on today's episode, we'll be diving into a very personal part of ourselves.
Yeah.
We'll be talking about ding ding dong, toxic traits.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Excited.
Yeah, I know I was making the prompts, but then I was like, I mean, on answer easy questions.
Ooh.
That's a lot of tea on this podcast. But the first question is define toxic traits.
Define toxic. Ladies first.
Hey, boss.
Ladies first, man. Ladies first.
Thank God I'm evil.
Yeah. As a gentleman, ladies first.
Okay.
Come on.
Yeah.
I don't know how I can define toxic traits, to be honest. But I feel like toxic traits is personal. I feel like, okay, this is how I define toxic traits. As vitu zenye kwako wewe mwenyewe personally are, I don't know, I want to say a red flag in relationships and friendships. Like una get like what you wouldn't stand ama what stands out as a no for you. I think that's what I define toxic traits as.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That makes sense. Okay, like for me, basically the same thing as her. Like for me, I feel like anything that goes against your beliefs, like goes against your principles, like what you stand for. So I feel like anything that outside of those boundaries.
Yeah. That's a toxic trait.
Yeah.
For me, I'd say it's like the warning sign everyone comes with. It's like, you know how like something toxic will come with like the toxic sign. So it's like the quote-unquote red flag, like something you probably own within yourself that could affect people outside you and even you as a person. Yeah.
But I feel like just on that point, I feel like it's not like an objective, like say objective.
Yeah.
Because what might be a red flag to me
might not.
you is a green
Like
flag.
it will be normal.
Yeah, so
I think you make sense because there are times you could probably have a toxic trait and someone calls you out of it and you're like, kwani ni shida? Like, sini normal. Yeah. So, can you identify, straight to the point. Can you identify specific examples of toxic traits you have recognized in yourself or have exhibited in the past?
Now, why would you say in yourself?
Tunaanza in yourselves.
Hey, tuanze huko. Tunaanza na wewe.
Mimi siwezi kuongea kwanza jumino namaliza ndo ningia next question. So this time, gents first.
Gents first.
Gladly.
So they say men before, ladies after.
Yeah.
So, in myself,
a leading man. A leading
we
man.
love a leading man.
Yeah, crazy. Red flags, toxic traits in myself. Hey, crazy. Honestly, okay. I guess I would say I'm very. I don't want to call it selfish, but like I have a lot of self-love. So I'll always put myself first.
I want to put myself first.
I want to put myself
I
first.
wanna put myself
Is that really a toxic trait?
I feel like it
To some extent. To some extent. In the like,
Well, is it when it's
I'm
like
too
too
strict.
much?
Yeah, like now almost like obnoxiously it becomes
Ama when it becomes a point where you're not nonchalant.
not really nonchalant.
even-
Unajua unaweza kuwa umejipenda sana mpaka you're really nonchalant.
I
towards
feel
other
like-
people.
funny, and I've been told before, like I'm nonchalant.
Really?
But, yeah, I've been told before. But, funny enough.
Now you
it's
see
like-
what I'm saying.
Yeah, so
Let's
it's
acquire
like-
money to those extents.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. So that's one of your
Yeah, because
toxic
I'm basing off like what nimeambiwa. Like yeah, so it's like for me it's personal. Like it's
But
fine.
do you think you're selfish?
I don't think I am. I really don't think I am.
But people have said you're
But
selfish.
people have told me I come off.
But that's not selfish is objective. Like sawa, just because nimesema I can't come see you doesn't mean I'm being
I'm
selfish.
selfish.
Exactly, yeah.
Mi nimechoka.
Okay. I am a toxic trait that I have. Now, this one will not even sound real because of how you know me, but I'm really not good at communication.
Girl.
Are you serious?
I'm so serious.
Exactly, I'm just like,
opposite.
what?
Yeah,
No
was
matter
it?
nimeambia have to believe. Okay, sasa into explain
How many
aje.
texting?
Ati?
Texting.
Remember texting to no
When
shida.
you texting. Because like
No, but
No.
she actually texts.
I actually
That's
text a
Yeah.
lot,
That's nice.
but I feel like communication in terms of I don't know how to. Sijui kama ni I don't know how. It's come with like it's gradually reduced because I think I used to be a really good communicator, but nowadays I'm not a good communicator. Like I really let things pile up a lot, and then I hook her once and for all. And I don't know why I do that. Yet I know it's a toxic thing. Like I'm just not good at communication. Like unaweza nikosea na stakshu na tutakuwa tu sawa, but then you see now that's toxic because it makes me grow bitterness at heart.
And resentment.
Yeah. And now, what's the point of having a friendship when I'm having bitterness towards
With you,
you?
yeah.
Yeah.
So is it
Interesting.
like unataka kusema but you just keep it to yourself, or might just
Sometimes I feel like I don't need to say, like, I want you to pick out that
There's a problem.
there's a problem. I want you to pick out there's a problem.
makes sense. Yeah.
But then I also feel like it's because I've never found people, okay, let me speak in terms of a relationship. I've not found a person who makes it comfortable for me to be able to communicate well. Like you get.
I get you.
So that's why inakwanga hivyo.
Evil.
Yeah. Maybe if I find someone who's can yeah.
Okay.
But for you, where are you basing it off? Is it basing like what umeambiwa, or you just
I know.
feel like yourself? Okay,
I
so-
You know.
sijaambiwa najua.
so-
Mimi, my toxic traits, ninajua. I am aware in my head. I have done work and I know. So struggled with previously because I was that question. I'd say at some point in my life I was quite the oversharer.
Ooh.
But like an overtruster. But I realized where it was stemming from and dealt with it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times when at points in your life you were never accorded room to speak about certain things.
Yeah.
You find spaces that make you feel comfortable, and now you start talking
You will
about
speak.
everything you felt like you couldn't talk about at some point.
Yeah.
I thought I still struggle with right now. Me, I'm an overthinker for days, and mine is toxic.
Kai, babe.
Shanice.
Let me add that
Yeah.
one on top. I am also such a bad overthinker.
Cuts across the board for us, I guess.
All of us.
Yeah,
You
same,
know,
same.
I'm a
Me too,
thinker.
yeah, me too.
Yo, Mel,
Yeah,
and I
same.
will overthink, blow things out of proportion. As in,
Mimi yangu ni toxic because now you overthink and I make them a reality
same.
in my head. Like-
a bit toxic.
Why? No.
Oh my god.
I'll overthink a lot. I don't know how I'll stop overthinking, but I overthink so many things.
Same.
So many things.
So many things.
I will create. Wow, Jesus. Hata sijui niseme nini. But I will overthink a lot, and they're gonna be a reality in my head.
Same. And now me for overthinking, it will produce two other toxic traits I'm working on, like people pleasing, and I take things personally. What? May take things personally, as in it
Mom.
could be banter. You guys were bantering, and I'll go home.
I'll be like,
I'm done
why
with
did
you
she
guys.
say that?
Because why were you guys saying that? And mate, sometimes I reach out to these friends of mine, and this is why I started working on it. And they'll be like, "What did you say? 1, 2, 3." Ata wawa kumbuki.
Just banter for
Then
them.
they moved on. Like they just joked around this to me and moved on. Me, I'm just there wondering what is
Nini?
happening.
Yeah.
So I take things personally, and for me, it's if you kwaza me to an extent, whether you meant it or not, it's toxic because I'm so quick to be like, deuces. Not to address amenikosea, but me, I'm just like, why did you say it? Why did you do it?
I don't take things
Yeah.
personally.
That makes sense. So like after you find out like they were just bantering, do you continue like in Aisha, ama you just now you
I feel
Like
like
it's really-
it's more a me problem than it is a them problem. Because now I feel like they probably trigger things. I'm thinking, okay, did they say that because they mean it? And do they actually mean it? Is this how they look at me?
Babe,
Are we
you're really an
friends?
overthinker.
Bro, may overthink and out of proportion.
I don't think I itaje amesemaje.
overthinking?
Take
No,
things
not overthink. I
personally.
don't think
Oh.
I don't take things personally.
Hey.
But then it depends. to what extent. There's something you'll say and I'll definitely take it personally. And now the toxicity comes with the fact that I will not tell you I took it personally. And now I'll slowly grow resentment towards you.
True.
You don't you
That makes
take
sense.
things personally?
I used to, by the way, and yeah, it used to affect me, like Megan said, like in a affect sana, like to a point even like unajiuliza, like, am I really a bad person like that, kumbe? But then, like over time, I think now it's just a case of just now a learning process. Like you just learn to, because you know one thing I realized was like you can never control what anyone says about you, but you can control how you react to what they say.
Also how you feel, like how you also take in what they give.
So it's like
Interesting. How do you think you distinguish between, how do we think we should distinguish between personality flaws and toxic traits?
Oof, that's a deeper question. That's a deeper
smart
question.
girl, guys.
Yeah.
Hey, wait.
Yeah, personality traits
Personality flaws and
and
toxic
toxic traits. Oof. I guess okay, maybe. I don't know. I feel like it's twofold because, like Kezia said, like she's aware of her toxic traits. But for me, I based off bora niambiwe, and then. But no, for me, it's not like. For me, nikiambiwa, it's like I don't feel like I'm on the wrong. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like I wouldn't tell me
feel like
toxic.
then that's what makes it toxic.
That's what because I don't know itself.
No,
Makes sense.
I feel what makes it toxic is the fact that you differ. Like unataka kupinga kitu msee amekwambia.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
You get that's what
yeah,
makes it
kinda
toxic.
Makes sense.
Mimi, personality. Okay, this is how I define it. I see personality flaws is when you're aware that you do something that is wrong.
Oof, yeah.
Like you know, like you see how I know that lack of communication is a toxic trait for me. Like I know that's a personal flaw. But then a toxic trait will be like, if you tell me that Kezia, you're not sensitive enough, and then I want to be like, but I am. Like now that's how it becomes toxic because sasa staki kuambiwa that you're not sensitive.
Yeah, true.
Now
Interesting.
True. But then at the same time, sometimes also it's like, okay, let me say Nikona spells, like I'm not a constant texter. So like maybe I've been told actually by like very recently like by 3 people. So I would now on those cases I would like now say, okay, I admit like sometimes I've been poor in my communication. So that one I would understand and like accept. But sizes zingine, which I'm like I like miss
Miss
you.
Yoni.
Now I feel like the moment umeanza kusema miss Yoni, now that's what makes it
so
toxic.
when defensive comes in. Well, for me, I think I'd probably say how I distinguish both is personality flaw. Become, for instance, oversharing is a sanguine problem. Because you meet a lot of people and because you're a talker, you'll just talk. And for you don't realize that's an actual problem. It's just a default in your personality, the way you're wired. You're just like that. Higher for instance, for like phlegmatics and melancholies or even introverts, they're too quiet.
Yeah.
To someone who's not, that could be, like, mbono uniongeleshi, mbono communicate. But to them, it's like, aisi na kwanga hivo. This is how I'm wired. So I think it becomes a toxic trait now when you don't want to accept that however you are is affecting other people in your life.
Yeah.
Like, hutaki ku face the truth of, in as much as uko hivo, ni sawa tukatai. But to yourself, it's fine. But to the people in your life, there's a problem.
Yeah.
So I think that's like the balance.
Oh,
True.
okay.
But at the same time, let's say like ni mtu moja amekwambia you have a toxic trait, but then everyone else in your life like hananga shida.
Huyo tu ndo akona shida.
Yeah, because ndio.
Akona shida. Wewe itabidi amerevisit.
Kwa nini ni wewe peke yako?
Because if everyone else is easy.
Let me tell you now kwa nini ni wewe peke yako. That means wewe mwenye umekuja na like that specific issue. Okay, nobody else has ever told me. Let's say the thing for sensitivity. Nobody else has ever told me that Kezia, you're not sensitive. You're the one who comes to tell me you're projecting. That's what I wanted to say. Like, I feel like you're projecting an insecurity that you have
or an issue that you have.
And you're projecting
and
I want to feel. Staki kusema you want to feel better about yourself, but you get like
yeah.
I get that, yeah.
Or the people who find it so easy to call out other people, not because of anything, but because probably they see it's an issue they also have. But it's easy to call out the person more than yourself. Like you're projecting the fact that you can't call out yourself, so you're calling out someone else.
Na kama ni experience with someone else who never took accountability. and now they find it maybe in you. Now they will make it a you issue. Because they never address it with like the other person.
Yeah, makes sense.
So, how do you think these toxic traits have developed in your life over time? Are there underlying issues?
Trauma.
Girl, that's the default answer. Trauma.
Trauma.
Trauma is
From
the
relationships.
word. Means trauma from from relationships
and everywhere.
As in trauma.
Trauma. I think it's trauma.
Just trauma and bold.
It's just trauma, honestly speaking.
Yours is also trauma.
No, I wouldn't say mine is trauma.
Yours is trauma.
Yeah, I wouldn't say mine is trauma.
Yours is what?
Yours is what?
That's the thing, not me, I don't know.
No, but maybe me honestly misioni mbona watu wanasema ni issue, but
that's why I asked
too.
you. That's why I don't see if it's a toxic. I don't see it as a
I feel
toxic
like people
trait.
will see it as a
Exactly.
toxic trait if they don't, especially because if you really love yourself, you come with boundaries.
For sure.
So if they don't want to take it, you're automatically the
Na ndio maana
problem.
nimekuuliza,
Yeah.
do you think you're selfish? Because
I don't think I am.
then I don't think that's a toxic
Exactly,
trait.
yeah.
Ama we are being toxic. Tunakugaslight.
Maybe.
Tuna fuel the
Maybe
toxic trait.
Kezia is a gaslighter here.
Yeah.
Maybe she is.
No, because
Yeah, but
Yeah.
okay, yeah, let you go, then I'll go.
oh, what was I saying?
Yeah.
Trauma.
Oh, trauma.
The lesson of the story. Trauma.
Trauma. I think it's trauma because let me give an example of mine for lack of communication. Oh, I feel like I'm in therapy unpacking.
Yeah, this is what all the episodes feel like.
Yeah.
They're always like therapy.
So, for example, I was in a relationship, and anytime I tried to express myself, they'd never listen. There was always a defensive nini for them. So if I be like, but babe, when I told you this is what I expected, then they're like, no, I don't think you're supposed to like unaget like sijui nitaisemaje, like you, like they made me feel like anytime I expressed an issue, he always had something to defend himself with.
Okay.
So it made it even difficult for me to communicate because I know even
Or
if I
sometimes
tell
you get to like the point of for what? Sasa
for what
alafu,
juu sasa
what's
nikikwambia
the point?
utajidefend
Yeah.
utakuja na a reason as to why you did that, and sometimes I just want you to listen.
Yeah.
So it made it difficult for me to communicate, and that's even like ili grow towards even not only relationships, friendships,
For sure.
like relationships in terms even school, work, anywhere I go, I find it difficult to communicate because I feel like I may say this and you're gonna be defensive about it.
Yeah, true.
And maybe I'm not even calling you out, or I may just say I want something,
Yeah.
and you just I don't expect. Oh, you just don't reciprocate, like the
Reciprocate.
communication.
Yeah,
So
communication,
the communication becomes me, guy. By the way, whoever is my man out there, kuja as a good communicator. You'll make it easier for me to communicate. Don't like.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's a trait that cuts across, especially among guys. Like,
Yeah.
at a point, like we don't like to be criticized.
Really
Whereas, like,
don't.
being-
I'm not criticizing you though.
Or you communicate
yeah, but
something and it's met
exactly.
logically, because men are just
Yeah, but I feel
logical
like
beings.
I know where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Like you, unasema too, like, can you do this differently, whatever? You get,
Yeah.
yeah. But then now for them, it's like when I chukua as a criticism,
And now let me
Yeah.
tell
and
you,
that's the problem.
the way
now.
they take it as the way he used to take it as criticism,
Yeah.
ilikuwa sasa inakuja with so much defense. Now I look like the bad person for saying something.
Now
Now
you look crazy.
Yeah, now
Yeah.
you make me feel like, why are you thinking like that? Why do you have to say that?
Umeoverthink.
Maybe that's just how I feel in the moment.
Yeah.
And I feel like you don't have to understand me. Like you don't have to understand me, just listen sometimes. If you don't listen, you make it difficult for me to communicate because I don't see why I should tell you
I
why
should
I'm
tell
feeling
you
the way
why.
I'm feeling.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Mine, now I'm thinking about it, I'm just like, for starters, for the oversharing and the overtrusting was definitely trauma. Because I feel like at some point in my life, certain things, especially in like friendship setups, it's like I got a distorted perspective on what it should look like. So any moment I'd feel like I'm safe, it felt like open door to share. And sometimes not everyone needs that piece of information that you're
Yeah,
throwing
that's
around,
true.
you know.
That's very
But me,
true.
I'd feel like everyone that is, see, I love you, and see, we're safe with
And
each
you
other.
should
See, you
know.
should know this about me. But then
That's
again,
dangerous, Megan.
exactly, I get facts. But Sasa, sometimes a lot of times why we also overshare at times is because there's a victim mentality lying somewhere. So you want to always have an excuse for certain things in your life you don't want to work on. And for me, I just needed an excuse at the time because I wasn't ready to deal.
I never.
So you're coming at me with, there's a way you do this and this and this. Me, I'm just like, so at some point in my life I went through. It's fine. I'm not refusing that you've gone through that.
Victim
but what are
mentality
you
is
doing
crazy.
with it?
Ooh, that
Me,
makes
I
so much
wasn't
sense.
getting it. Me, I just knew victim mentality is how I'm getting myself out of it. Victim mentality is how I'm keeping friends.
You know the crazy thing is what? That you didn't know you were portraying victim mentality.
I didn't know. It takes a lot of self accountability to realize there's a problem here.
Like you always have to have a backup for why you're doing things.
And then for me, it also felt like if I overshare, it sort of like kept people closer to me. But then what I realized when I started unpacking in therapy is people will love that unhealed version of you. So when you start healing, they're not familiar with the person you are. So even those friendships will die because they only got along and bonded with an unhealed version of me, like the version that had issues, the version that would overshare. So when I start healing and I don't have things to pour onto that space,
That makes sense.
it goes away.
How have you dealt with the oversharing? Ama, you've not yet dealt with it.
I actually have. I like if I'm sitting like this and we're like how we were talking pale, I take time to like think. I'm like, okay, if I say this, what are the repercussions? And then I also use this principled rule my therapist gave me. If you share something and these people ever talk about it, are you going to be okay?
Ooh.
Like if someone shuts their mouth and they talk about something you told them, are you gonna be okay with it? If you're not going to be okay with it, don't say it.
Okay.
And I was like,
sawa basi.
Sao umeninyamazisha 10-0 hata siwezi kuongea nitasema nini. But sasa you see, when you see all these things, for me that tying back to trauma.
Yeah.
Because I'm oversharing, I'm overtrusting, because I feel like that's the only way I can make friends. If I don't come with the identity of the things I've been through, you won't be able to love me.
Ooh, that's
You
deeper,
get?
that's deeper.
So I need to believe that there has to be reason for you to love me. Like you just can't accord it to me just
Now,
like that.
before we even
True. That's
continue,
very true.
let me
Yeah.
tell you another toxic trait.
Go on.
Fear of confrontation.
You fear being confronted or you fear confronting?
I fear confronting.
You serious?
You fear which one?
I mean, me fear none. I fear none.
Me fear being
I've learned
confronted.
to.
Yeah. Let me tell you why fear of confrontation is a red flag. Because if I can't confront you about something, okay, fear of now you see it falls under lack of communication. Because if I cannot be able to confront you, there's a people pleasing aspect to it. Because why
Yes,
am I
yeah.
not able to confront you and tell you that Megan, you did this and this and this and this? So if you fear confronting people, you should check yourself. Either you have a people pleasing aspect, like you don't want to kukosana na wao, so you will never confront them, even if they kosea you like
Kabisa,
kiasi gani.
kabisa, yeah.
You're the people pleasing is crazy.
It's crazy.
So you're gonna
It's the worst.
So you're gonna utavumilia a lot of BS
That you're not supposed to, yeah.
you just want to appear like a good person and a good friend, and I feel like being a good friend is part of being a good friend is being able to confront.
And also call out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it comes with that. Fear of confrontation. It's either because you're a people pleaser or because you're actually scared of this person. And I feel like if you're actually scared of this person, then you should not be friends with them if you cannot confront them.
That makes so
Why are
much
you
sense.
yelling at me? This is
that's
a
a lot of
conversation.
sense.
Yeah,
Yeah, it makes a
because
lot of sense.
tell
A
me
lot of
why
sense.
you're scared of confronting me.
Yeah.
You're scared of me as your friend and you call me your friend. Get out.
That's actually true.
That's so true. Yeah, that's so true. Yeah, it makes
Because
so much
perfect
sense.
fear cast out.
English.
Kizungu, apewe maji. Au.
What I do is perfect fear removes. Perfect love removes fear. There should never be fear
Between
in a
friends.
because love. Mbona tunogopana?
Yeah, if you're
Mbona
scared of a person,
tunogopana?
you're gonna be afraid of confronting
Yeah.
them because you're
Exactly,
scared
yeah.
of their reaction.
Exactly.
But you can
That's-
also
yeah.
fear confrontation because maybe you've not had good experiences
Now, see, that's the
with
thing.
confrontation.
True. Yeah, true.
Now,
Yeah.
if you've never had good experiences with confrontation, that means you're always gonna do your best to please this
Please,
person,
this person, exactly. Yeah,
to
yeah.
make sure that you never cross each other. And even when something that needs confrontation comes up,
True.
you will never confront them.
That's
Yeah.
true.
You will
That's true.
die with your
You will die
problems,
with your
and that's
problems.
so
Very true.
bad because
So
Yeah.
bad, yeah.
so me, I feel like okay, I used to be afraid of confrontation. Nowadays, I'm learning to not be afraid of confrontation because maybe I don't want to take
That's
BS.
amazing. Yeah.
I don't want to take BS, and I don't want to. That's how that's what leads to a lot of friendship breakups.
Exactly.
Because now you've piled up so many things
even
that
relationships. Yeah.
you've piled up so many things that you've never been able to confront. And now sasa imefika point yenye sasa maji yanamwagika na akianza kumwagika things go south so fast you lose
true.
a very good friendship because you are trying to please them. And they never even notice that you are trying to please them.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true. But I feel like also like another twist to Kezia's point is like you see, like when you're saying you fear confronting people, yeah? But for me, it's like at the same time, like in hindsight, you can get that friendship, like, was I a good friend by not confronting him or confronting my friend? You get at the same time, like if you confront, like utajiambia after that, at least I was a good friend to tell them that they were doing this and that. Yeah. So if they don't want to be friends with me,
they're gonna leave.
Me so long as me as the good
you've
friend,
done your part.
I may have done my part.
Yeah.
And I criticized
but then,
you.
that comes with the fear of losing this person, especially if you really loved them.
I
But
know,
I feel
it's
like
tough, but I
if
feel
you
like,
know that if you confront them, you're gonna lose them. That's
So
also
there's a
another red
problem.
flag.
Yeah. I may think I don't struggle with confrontation is I cannot fake feelings to save my life.
I can't.
Me, I can't sit through a conversation. And we're not okay. I can't.
Serious,
Imagine
I've
I
done
can't.
that
My
before,
sister,
actually.
meet me.
Me can't.
We will, guy.
Me can't imagine.
I can act out. I'm telling you for a fact.
Mel end up being passive aggressive the entire time. I'm just like, Like I'm just like, May don't know how to get past. That something happened and we just under the rug and move on. I can't. A conversation needs to happen. It take 10 weeks. Atutaongeleshana in those 10 weeks because May don't know how to. Throw under the rug.
I wanna be like you.
I don't know.
I wanna be like you.
Can't.
But I feel like personally I'm at that point in my life whereby like let's to put vitu chini ya rugs. Like I'm not like I won't remain at the same point at the
I won't remain at the same point, but I won't go ahead to fix things.
Me, I don't wanna throw things under the rug.
I'm not.
I'm at that point where I don't wanna throw things under the rug. But then sometimes having those conversations is tough, man.
But difficult
It's
conversations
tough, but
equals healthy relation. Because
I feel like for sure.
I feel like if you're in a space where the nini is not like 100% healthy or even toxic, akunanga ma conversations things. Sasa tunapatana leo wazi.
Babe, I ran away from tough conversations. Flee away from tough conversations. Let me tell you, tunaweza kuwa na issue na wewe and you'll always look for me to talk. But hey Jesus, I don't know how to handle tough conversations with. I don't know. I guess it's with I think it's with specific people. That's when
But it doesn't. Half the time, people think that confrontation needs to be yelly and shouty and painful and harsh. But really, no. You can always confront someone from a place of love.
It's the pain that comes with being confronted.
I feel like that's another thing because your intentions could be so pure and so good, but then the other person doesn't know how to interpret your intentions. Like as Megan is saying, like you can argue from a point of love, but you mtu mwingine can't see that.
But sasa ni kwa sababu pia kwanza me coming from a person who used to defend a lot of times, already kama tuko na defense mechanism, you will never see the goodness in that confrontation.
That's true.
What do you mean? What do you mean that I'm doing this because I love, bro? Because I'm blessed with a couple of friends who will say, and I'm coming from a place of love. Me, I'm just like, I don't see love. It's blind. I can't see. What do you mean there's a place of love? But again, Sasa, this is not a them problem. This is a you problem. Why are you so afraid of listening to what they have to say? Is it because you're not ready to deal with it?
Now you see, everything is trauma.
Okay, true.
Everything is trauma. Because why are you afraid?
I was about to ask you, Pia, I feel like you can have a fear of confrontation, toxic trait, because how did your parents confront you? How did it make you feel?
Not even, let me tell you.
That's a
brilliant aspect.
Confront you? And how did you feel about it?
It may not even be the way your parents confronted you. It's how anybody confronted you. From your childhood, it may not even have to be your parents.
Your teacher.
Yeah, for sure.
Your teacher, like older people, how they confronted you.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to necessarily be your teacher, your parent, your siblings.
Your siblings,
your relatives.
Everyone that was just a present.
But
unajua teacher kuna zingine hata mimi sikumbuki because it was never that serious. They weren't
because
as close
their
to
job?
me. Yeah. Okay, no, but I remember in class 3, I used to have a problem with being shouted at. Me, I withdraw
Even
and I
today,
become
have
a
problem
quiet
with being
child.
shouted at.
So, me ukinishautia tuseme 8 a.m. na niko shule, hamtasikia sauti yangu till the next day. I'm done for the day. So my mom noticed that problem.
Kindergarten students wanashout yangu all the time.
Maybe I'd be done. So my mom realized it was a problem. Thank God I had a good teacher. My mom had to go talk to the teacher and be like, "Uyu mtamaliza."
My daughter will be dumb.
Mtamaliza. Me, even if you come and you're confronting, because I feel like for me, actually, yeah, the friends that I take the confrontation from very nicely don't come at me with fujo. Like, they're just easy and lovey and quiet. Mi ukinikujana kushout, bas. Even me, I'm defensing. Why can't I fight? Even men know how to fight.
Mimi ukinishout here,
Yeah.
I immediately shut down. Because it's not me you're talking to.
But I feel like that's a common trait among like ladies. Like,
Unapenda kushoutiwa?
I don't like it. But it's like my coping mechanism is not like a shut down or like so I just try to understand like mbona unaniambia hivi and like
try to understand.
I try to understand. Yeah, mbona unanishautia?
Hakuna explanation to shout.
Mboso wange tu kama mtu normal.
Stop raising your voice.
Because me trust you come at me raising your voice same.
Okay, I'll shut down and I won't listen.
Me tutapelekana tu. Tutapelekana.
I don't know how to shout at people.
Okay, but I feel like it's a point. It's like it could also be a factor of like how well you guys related before.
Okay, true.
Because if you make a point, yeah.
No, but it's okay.
No, it's okay.
How have your toxic traits affected your life in regards to your personal well-being and your social relations, i.e. friendships, relationships, or even professional relations?
I think we've talked about it.
Have we?
Okay,
Yeah. I was gonna say, have we?
See, tunasema now it.
I think it was this conversation
we were doing. Confrontation.
Okay, no, but do we have other toxic traits? We might probably not even have talked about some, which is okay.
Yeah, we could. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let me see.
I think I have one.
Okay, go you.
But this is now Kezia's. Like, this is something that now I think I know. Like, I think I know for myself. Like self-sabotage. Like I usually used to like blame myself. Even right now, I still blame myself for most of the things most of the things that don't work out. Like I always think that I am the problem. Do you get?
Like I'm very self-sabotage. You're the problem first before you even think it's someone else.
Hey, you should stop that.
I should. I
should. You're gay because same.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like it came from a point of like just keeping things safe. Like
keeping the peace.
Like if I blame myself, I only have myself to blame. So at least kill them choco sour. But let me take the
bullets.
Yeah.
Keep good mentality.
Me, I don't think I've ever self-sabotaged to that extent.
But your toxic traits.
Oh, my toxic traits.
Like there was hata kamoja mention.
Ile mbaya. Sema ile mbaya.
Na mention nini, guys?
Una mention when you affect your interpersonal relationships or even your relationship with yourself.
Oh, now I never want to like it becomes difficult for me to grow friendships.
I have a question actually. Because you fear confrontation, do you fear confronting yourself?
Yes, I do.
That's what the problem is.
That's what the problem is.
That's the problem.
I feel like that's
because if you can't accord yourself confrontation, no one else can accord you confrontation.
Yeah. And you can't accord anyone else.
You can't accord anyone confrontation.
Hey, Megan.
Amekuingilia.
Amekuchoma.
Please, next. Babe, okay, I don't know. How has it affected? I think I'll talk about myself. Overthinking is work. Overthinking is daring. Overthinking is embarrassing. Overthinking is oh my god.
First of all,
that's your one
let me tell you why overthinking is embarrassing.
It's embarrassing
when you overthink and then you tell a person your thoughts that you've overthought. Hey.
And then they tell you what is actually on ground.
That is so embarrassing. It's like, why do you think like that? And now you feel so stupid.
You're not feeling any kama when you feel psychotic, I said. Because how did I think about these things? Whoa, like me, I thought you stop because I mail tell people, siniliona uliangalia chat ukaniangalia vibaya niko nutaki kuniongelesha.
Ulinipita tu.
Nakwambia mimi hata sikukuona.
Uko like
what is happening?
What is wrong with
me? Okay. Do you believe that recognizing and acknowledging your toxic traits is the first step towards personal growth and change?
Yes.
So we all agree, yes.
Cuts across, yeah.
Amazing. Anyone wants to expound?
Isn't that self-explanatory?
Yeah, I feel like it's very self-explanatory.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you been, or have there been moments that have served as wake-up calls, prompting you to address your toxic behaviors?
Yeah.
Yeah, me have had wake-up calls. Nasi ile grouchy.
For
I
real
had
ones.
wake-up
Ebu anza,
calls.
nione kama nitakumbukanga zangu.
So, I had a very...
Story time.
Yeah, story time, guys. I had a friend that I really loved, but it took me losing her to realize I needed to work on a couple of things within myself. Your couple of
That's
things
strong.
tutapatana you may attend to discuss. But I had this really good friend and we had these big dreams and all of that. So around December last year, actually one of the things she made me realize I have is victim mentality. May wasn't seeing it. I mean, Bononi understand. But like, why don't you understand where I'm coming from? And she was like, actually, the way I quoted those words is what she said. She was like, you victim mentality / the other thing I do that I'll tell you guys behind the tent. For no reason. As in, sometimes, me, I'm here and I love you. And there's no reason for you to give me a victim mentality. And I'm like, so me with this victim mentality thing, I was overlooking certain things that were potentially hurting the friendship, denting the friendship. So by the time she was sending me, by the way, we broke up over emails.
We
We blocked each other. Okay, we blocked each other everywhere. But I get it. By the time I was opening that email,
That's funny.
and I was reading like the entire paragraph she sent me, I was like, damn, it was like realization, like
Am I a monster?
akaniekea, and it was a hard pill to swallow because everything she said was true.
Oof.
Everything was true. And by the time I was realizing what had happened, in as much as I wanted to fix the friendship, it was done dusted.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, it was really done dusted. The dents that she had to take in, because you know the thing with victim mentality is even in friendships and relationships, you're the only thing that matters. As in everyone else, me on expense of my emotions, on the expense of how I want. It's like my way. Nyi wengine shida yenyu. So by the time that was happening, so much damage was done. So the only thing I could do was actually address those things so that I make sure I don't do them to another person.
Makes sense. Mimi, what is the prompt again? Maybe just refresh my mind.
If you've had a wake-up call that
Wake-up
has
call.
made you realize of your toxic traits.
Wake up call.
Lakini sasa hata
Lakini ila naweza kuwa na toxic traits. So just sema, that's why I'm saying kuna zingine ziko chini ya maji.
Chini ya maji. Maybe let me just go back to the one that I just mentioned, like just a few minutes ago about like self-sabotage. It's like but like it's so hard to like for me to like understand sometimes because it's like I don't know, like naji blame at the same time. It's like they're also on the wrong, so I don't know who like to expel that blame. Because for me, it's like I always try to understand, like at the same time, like Tulsamanga, I'm also an overthinker, so it's like understanding like why this has happened, and you know, A, B, C, and C. So, but most of the time, I find it's easy just to self-sabotage myself, like could you blame and everything. But wake up call, may I just do this? May I just say like I'll just be myself. If you want to be my life, be in my life. If you don't want, ni sawa. There's so many people in the world. Yeah, so you just go where you feel most comfortable. So yeah, I feel like that's
Find a cup of tea that works for you. If I'm not it, find a coffee.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man.
Find a coffee.
And coffee.
Hey, my wake-up call.
Espresso.
Hey.
Okay, my wake-up call was the fact that I came to a realization that I'm actually going to lose a lot of friendships that mean so much to me because I don't communicate.
That's true.
Now, I don't think I'm ready to lose some people in my life.
Me included.
So yeah, you included, honey. I don't think I'm ready to lose so many people in my life because I don't know how to communicate. So I'm going to teach myself how to communicate. I am teaching myself.
You are learning. You're really on the pathway.
Niko kwa njia.
Amazing.
Yeah, because so many things can go. You can't even sustain a relationship if you can't be able to communicate.
Wallahi, bro. Like even not even
That one
relationship,
is
just
for and
friendships.
the fact that I know that.
No, but you know, I realize a lot of times people are so quick to say, I want a relationship. I want a relationship. Let me tell you something. If there are certain things you're even struggling with in a friendship, you think you're going to be able to work them out in a relationship.
That's why wake up call yangu ilikuwa the fact that naweza lose so many good
People,
friendships and good people
Yeah.
because I just don't want to communicate and I feel like you should know what I'm going through ama what you have done to me before I say it.
Yeah.
And the basis of everything is communication. So yeah.
True.
Yeah.
And I feel like also like in this like Gen Z dating scene now, I feel like now there's a lot more emphasis on like your partner knowing your friends and like how you relate to your friends.
Yeah.
Because now, if you know how your partner relates to their friends, it gives you like a
With their
perspective.
friends.
Yeah, with their friends.
Oh.
Yeah, like let me know your friends, how you relate to them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
so-
see you with your friends.
Yeah,
Can-
see your
Lebuni
friends.
wa-
Wacha
Friends.
nikwambie friendship
Yeah.
inakwanga preparation ya inakwanga kama where you learn
Yeah.
most of the in and outs of, because that's a relationship is like a friendship with a romantic aspect.
Wallahi, bro, like
yeah,
that's what I always
it's like
say.
a friendship
That's what
with
I
a
say.
romantic aspect. Just that now you have a babe and this is your person.
It's your
but
person.
technically it's still your friend.
Ebu-
Yeah,
Technically,
technically, yeah.
Now that you've said how you see your partner and how they relate with their friends,
Yeah, for
do
sure.
you think
Uh-huh.
as a girl, wacha tuanze na as a girl, do you think no wewe tuko wawili, wacha tuanze na as a boy, as a man, do you think that your babe's friends could be your friends?
I got quite a lot to say.
Wow, okay. I guess it's just a case of like communication, must say, like just knowing your boundaries, must say, like
Yes,
because
okay, you said the red card. I was waiting for
knowing your
you.
yeah, knowing your boundaries. It's like let's say, for example, let's say I have tumekosana, yeah, me and you, yeah. So it's like maybe if like nimekuuliza what's up, what's going on, and then you just you're shushing, you're just keeping quiet. Would it be wrong for me to like phone one of your girls and ask one of them like what's up with so and so?
And he's trying,
You're an
Like,
guys.
intentional man.
Slow, like,
Anatry kujua
yeah.
shida iko wapi.
Okay.
Like I'm trying to diagnose shida iko
Yeah,
wapi,
what's
like,
the problem? Kwa sababu aniambi, let me
yeah.
ask the bestie.
Yeah.
Do you think your man's friends are your friends? Ama they should be your
To
friends?
be honest, I feel like I've been in relationships where I have left the relationship and I'm still friends with some of his friends. So I think it ties down to intentionality, but half the time, your man's friends are not your friends. Because when it comes to
Yeah,
the
for sure.
end of it,
Thank
whose side are
you.
they taking? The man.
The man, of
Now-
course.
So
The man,
these
of
few
course.
people that are in my life, it's because in as much as they had the man's story, they had the guts to come ask, okay, niambie side yako of this story. So, this shows that in as much as my man, who's your friend, told you something, you're also interested to hear me out. So that at the end of it, there's no... Like, let's not lie. When a relationship ends, we tend to tell our friends the angry part first. We will not go to say the parts where we contributed as well.
True.
So you'll get angry at me without hearing one side of the story. So me, I respect that they came and asked me. But half the time, your significant person's friends are not your friends.
Yeah,
Trust.
That's very true. Yeah,
They're not your
they're not
friends.
your
Me, I
friends.
believe, and I am a strong believer of your man's friends are not your friends.
You're not. You guys
Yeah,
will just
true.
hang out, laugh a bit, but that's it.
I feel
Yeah.
like we should just relate to some extent.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like even communicating with like my man's friends only if you're with my man. Let me tell you, because I will explain to your man why you and his friend are always texting.
But is it a he or okay? If it's a he, okay. If it's a friend of the opposite gender, then definitely boundaries need to come in place. But if it's one of his female friends that I like,
Babe, even
We'll go
female
dates.
for me.
because one of my actually Purity, the one who's
Yeah.
the co-host who's on break. Purity and I are friends from a relationship I was in.
But okay, me I
Dead
guess.
ass.
I get
Okay.
okay.
Yeah,
Interesting.
and we've been
let's
friends
say-
like years later.
But then, okay, let's say for me, if we are mutuals, like una get like if you're mutuals with, for example, if me and him start dating now, and I didn't know you, and I know you, like see I know you as I knew him, we are mutuals. So I don't see an issue with us being friends like that.
Picture they are
I feel
not
like
mutual.
that's
But then
At all.
let me tell you,
Like
Amani,
You are
we
not
met one time at there's a time I was trying to surprise the person I was dating at the time, so I had to reach out to his friends. So because I'd seen, when you date someone for long, you know his friends, so I knew
Yeah.
their Instagrams and whatnot. So I reached out to them and pretend I just had a random click. We've been friends since, just like that. I feel like it depends.
Ama ina
really.
depend.
Yeah, I
But
feel like
but
it
there,
see,
me, I feel like there should be levels.
there should be levels and boundaries, of course.
Tuna relate up to wapi.
Okay, true. True.
But would you guys allow your guys to be friends with your ninis?
With my girls,
Yeah.
if there's
Yeah,
boundaries.
if there's
In fact, I
boundaries.
feel like if my man gets along with my girls, it's a plus. Because why
makes
are my girls
sense.
repulsing you?
Yeah.
There should be question marks. But if they gel, the happier the better. At least it's given when you come for a sleepover, mmoja in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Na mwingine anabaki huku
Yeah,
chini.
makes sense. Man. At least for Kizia, at least unajua Kizia is a gatekeeper. Yanataka
No, but let's not get
kufungia
it
na-
twisted. I'm a gatekeeper with my friends.
Okay.
Me ati OCG. That's what I was telling someone. I used to think it's an actual problem.
It's not.
Like, I have different
Or
friend
is
groups.
it?
Or like I have friends from different establishments or
Yeah.
points of my life. Men don't like it when they get close. For what business? If you're my
Wait.
friend,
I
if
thought
you're
I was
my
a gatekeeper.
No. Like if I don't know how to explain it. Like if you're my
I get you,
friend,
though.
if say for example the two of you, I bring the two of you together, then you guys get close. Why? For what business?
I know if me and him become close
Exactly,
today.
it's a
Well,
problem.
yeah. It's a problem.
I think I'm just jealous and cagey with my friendships.
unaogopa
I'm just
kutadwin?
like
Unaogopa
naogopa ni mimi
kutadwin?
sasa ndo kwa sababu you guys are my people.
Yeah,
All
my
of a
people.
sudden
Oh
now,
no, if we
Unaanza
start
ku-
pushing you away,
Oh, yeah,
ama,
start pushing- oh, yeah.
I feel like
even if you're not
kutadwin.
pushing me away, I'll feel like
You feel like you are. Utaanza kutadwin.
bro, siwezi tadwe na mimi ndo niliwaunganisha for what?
No.
Basi pataneni kama mko nyi peke
Pataneni
yenu.
kwingine,
Hatutapatana sisi. Because I don't do well with
Oh.
trios. Trios as in watatu.
Yeah.
Please, you cannot convince me that two will not get closer than please.
Oh,
It's that lie. But it's probably my wounds. Guys, I'll heal. I promise I'll heal. I'll do better.
You will. Amen. You will.
How do you think you can balance between self-acceptance and self-improvement? Is there even a balance in the first place between self-acceptance and self-improvement?
there is.
I feel like, yeah.
To some
Let me-
extent.
Let me just take this first. Yeah.
Okay.
So like,
Of
I
course.
feel like,
Hey, man, before he's a leader, Shanice. A leader. I know.
Anyway, continue.
I feel like, it takes self-acceptance first
Okay.
for you to embark on a journey of self-improvement. Slow.
A smart man, Shanice.
Yeah.
Tunauza.
that's-
Ako
yeah.
single, by the way.
For single, mnamtaka, but you have to talk to us first. Anyways,
Yeah.
continue.
Yeah, so I feel like self-acceptance forms the basis or like the groundwork for any form of improvement. Because if you can't diagnose like where your weaknesses are or where your blind spots are, where are you improving? Like where do you start? Where do you
Ooh,
begin?
yeah,
You get?
yeah.
Yeah, so I
Smart.
feel like
I think
Interesting.
it's the same for me as well. Like kitu amesema kwa sababu ndio nianze hata kuself improve. Nimekubali niko na shida.
Kuna shida.
yeah.
Like you get, I have to accept that niko na shida, which is a tough pill to swallow.
Yeah, of course it's not
Even
that
the
easy. It's
self,
not that easy.
if it's you're gonna swallow the pill and then the self improvement is gonna be so easy for you once you accept it.
Once you accept
for
it.
sure.
I feel like self-acceptance makes you look at a situation with a bit of like now there's no shame in it.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
okay,
another
fine,
thing.
I have
Yeah.
a victim mentality card.
Yeah.
Okay, let me deal with it. Like, because previously, I feel like if you don't like hold yourself accountable or even see that it is an actual problem, if someone picks you out, you're probably defending yourself because you're feeling shameful about it. Like, mbono nani? Why?
Eh.
That's me? What do you
Be
mean?
for real.
Yeah, so I think the balance between acceptance and self-improvement is you have already accepted, okay,
Yeah.
niko hivi, but because I want to be a better person, let me do that. So it's not from like a point of shame, it's from a point of just wanting to be like a better person.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Makes
All
real
right.
sense.
Okay, FYI, I'm really enjoying today's episode. This is probably
Me
one of
too.
those.
Na
It's
ninarudi
so
tena hata
nice.
usiponi invite.
In
Yeah,
fact, nilikuwa
crazy.
nishajiambia kwa kichwa yangu mnarudi tena. I was like, this two, they're coming back again.
I'm so happy.
I also love it. Are there specific triggers or situations that tend to bring out your toxic behaviors, even when you have worked on them?
Ati?
And how do you manage them? Triggers or situations that bring out your toxic traits, and how do you manage them? Sijui niwaendelee, niwaanzie, niko lendi,
So the
I'm
ball rolling,
lendi.
yeah.
So for me, wacha niwaambie, first trigger is when I feel like, because most of my toxic traits are tied towards us point of, it's like a fear of acceptance, it's like fear of abandonment, it's like fear of rejection. So me, in a space where I feel any of those things, I will overshare, I will overthink, I will take things personally, because most of my toxic traits are tied to my attachment style and also how I love.
Oh.
So mi nakwanga tu ukisha Because there's one I'll tell you guys after, because I'm not ready to share on a public platform. But that one specific thing, when I feel like I have to earn my place or earn my position or earn a sense of belonging, or that is my go-to. What do we need?
Trigger.
What do we need?
Okay.
So me, when in spaces where I feel like I think this is why I can't do with like shaky friendships, shaky relationships, things that are not defined. I don't know where I stand in your life. I'm just like, cut me out.
Okay.
Yeah, makes sense.
How I manage them. I think one of the biggest lessons has been accepting that I don't have to earn genuine love.
Ooh.
And that I am worthy of every ounce of it. Like, regardless of how I come as, I am worthy of every ounce of genuine love that is got. Because before, it used to feel like a transactional thing. Like, for you to give it to me, I have to do something else.
Makes sense.
You?
Okay, me, I would say, like from personal experience, yeah. So going back to the discussion we had about like knowing your partner's knowing your friends, yeah.
Yeah.
So like I have this friend group I'm not gonna mention, but like there's this
I joke.
yeah. So like there's this guy and this lady. So they had a thing, yeah. But it didn't work out for some reasons the girl had, yeah. But she talked to the guy as well, so it was like. Yeah, but then
mutual.
Okay, I wouldn't say mutual because it's still kind of rocky, especially from the guy's side. So like, and me, I was friends with this lady, yeah, and I still am friends with her. But like, no, this guy is now like the rest of my friend group. They're like, what going with you? Like, can't you like see that you can't be friends with like my ex? So now like the guy is like, yeah. So I get those vibes a lot. But for me, me, I'm a very free spirit, bro. Like, if I find you as a friend, you're gonna be my friend, like, and I wanna keep you. You get? Because like me, I don't have that thing for like if you like umekosana na yeye, so by virtue,
group mzima.
If you kosana with my friend, then automatically umekosana na mimi. You get? Yeah. So I feel like I've been termed as like wagwan with you. So sometimes, okay, not even sometimes, like kitambo, okay, like just immediately after it happened. No, I turned it to myself like, wagwan, am I the issue here?
Yeah.
But me, after like, let's say, I take what?
So that's where the sabotage comes from.
Yeah. It's like after 2 weeks, it's like, yo, wagwan, me, I'm not the issue, bro. She's my friend, and we vibe.
See me, I'm kusana mimi.
Yeah. I'm kusana my boy.
Exactly. I feel like it should also, it takes a level of maturity for him to understand that.
At the same time, I still want to remain boys with my friends. So it's not like, it's like a balancing act.
Yeah.
But I mean, everything is good, so.
Yeah. Interesting.
That's Mimi, what triggers me to like not speak up, not confront, not communicate is how you come at me in the first place. Like, I feel like if you're just having a normal conversation, I don't know, some extent of rudeness makes me fear to talk to you.
Okay.
Like, you get.
Okay.
I don't want to say I don't like rude people.
Same.
Because I feel like you limit so many things from happening. Like, you rude people. Oh my God. Wanakwanga the reason as to why so many people self-sabotage, so many people don't communicate. Overthink. Because why do you come at me like that when I'm just trying to talk to you?
Narcissist.
Like, why do you come at me like that when I'm just trying to communicate? I'm just trying to communicate.
But that's I'm trying to fix this.
I'm just trying to, as a matter of fact, I love you enough to want to fix this and to want to communicate. But then if I come at you like vizuri tu hata sijakuja na ubaya, then you come off as rude, you're gonna make me never want to communicate to you. And the thing is, I'm never gonna tell you we have issues and they're gonna pile up and then we're gonna end up in the trenches. So me, rudeness and some level of nasemaje kujiweka in so much authority.
Steam, yeah.
Like umejiinua to an extent that I can't communicate with you because you will make me feel less than. Ushipatana na watu kama hao. Like your opinion always looks childish. Your opinion always looks stupid. Your opinion always looks sick. Like there is nothing that you do that makes sense to them. Now that one will also make me never even want to communicate to you. You will do the dumbest thing to me. You'll do the silliest and the saddest thing to me, but I will not communicate because bro, you're so self-centered. Self-centered. And unakuwa so self-centered to an extent that you don't want to accommodate any person in your life.
In your life.
So how can I be in a relation with someone who's so self-centered and they're never willing to listen to me? Ama they're never gonna give me a space to talk. Hizo sasa ndo vitu zinanitrigger. We're like, you know what?
I'm done.
Kaa huko. I won't even talk to you.
Talk to you. I've actually remembered also for my people pleasing tendencies. What can trigger me is so how do I say it? You know how you can have a past self that you're kind of still attached to. So for instance, you have like a version of you that probably went through like shenanigans, blah blah blah, and all that, and then you don't want to like separate. So because someone wasn't there for you, you feel like it's an obligation to be there for everyone. So you don't know how to turn down certain things. You're like nadu nafanya
So that goes back to the point of self-improving. Like,
yeah. I remember my mom was asking me, at what expense? Like, you want to cater to a past version of yourself, but at the same time, you're draining your present self. Like, sit. Like, your presence here, what we have now is what is important. Then, ni sawa too.
But babe, let me give you encouragement. Let me encourage you. I'm also a people's pleaser and I'm working on it.
You think it ever ends? It's taken years, but we're still on the journey.
In Jesus' name. Wait, please.
No, like, I mean, people pleasing is vast. Like, it's a diverse thing. It's like mental health, same thing with people pleasing. So you have like 100 million things to unpack.
I take a lot of BS because of people pleasing. And the thing is, I know I'm taking BS.
But
pray for me, y'all.
Do you think that sometimes you also take BS, especially if you're in like a friendship or a relationship where you feel like the person has gone through a lot, so it feels like it's your obligation to take in what they're saying.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Like you're like, so you keep on making the excuse of this, but they've been through a lot.
But this person doesn't even go through a lot. I just feel like I need to please you. Like then now I'm niko na shida mniombe. Like it comes from a point of I want to feel worthy of love.
That's what Megan is. That's exactly
I feel like a lot of times you feel like you have to buy love. Like ni lazima ununue. Like I used to kupatiwa tu bure. But now me what I'm saying is sometimes you can be in friendships or even relationships with really damaged people. So you feel like it should be a thing or it's okay for you to take in everything. Because you know people who are going through things have tough days.
Yeah.
They'll have tantrums. They have days of projection. They have days when they'll just flip on you. And you're there thinking that you should take... It took me time to realize it's not my job.
Ooh.
Like, it's not my job. Facts. I want to be here for you. I want to be... But don't... It's not my work. If it gets to a point that you feel like this person is throwing a lot, you're good to say, I want space. And it's not such a bad thing.
You know that TikTok for pick me. Choose me.
Anyways, where is it? Guy Jehovah, the last question has gone. Where is it? Oh yeah, what advice would you offer to someone who's just starting their journey to address their own toxic traits?
Accept that you also have a problem.
Yes, sir.
Acceptance. I think acceptance is where it starts from.
Yeah,
you have
just
to
accept.
Yeah, like
accept. And it's not easy to accept.
Yeah.
Hacha tu nikwambie, if you're beginning, kubali tu that it's not easy. Asa kubali that utakubali that like acceptance is not easy.
Yeah.
It is not easy to accept, but you will grow so much when you accept. You will, as a matter of fact, your mental health will also improve because like just accept that you also have toxic traits and you're also not a good person, and then work on them, which is a hard pill to swallow.
Yeah.
But the fruits after that, you're gonna be so peaceful.
For sure, man. Yeah, like
Calvin.
Yes, sir. So like just extrapolating.
By the way.
What?
I'm just gonna fuck someone on a public platform.
Let's talk behind the tent. Yeah, behind the tent.
Oops. Guys, just forget I said that. I didn't even said anything. We'll bleep it.
Amkuskia. Yeah, but like just extrapolating on what Kezia said.
Hey, extrapolate what?
Extrapolating.
Big words.
Yeah, so just self-acceptance first. And then also, like she said, when you accept yourself and you embark on that journey of like self-improvement, your mental health first of all will improve, and then also you'll come to a level of contentment with yourself.
That's also
and also like self-love, I believe like self-love is the gateway or like the door towards like you loving somebody else or any other person, yeah? Because like kaujipendi, like if you do not love yourself, so how will you love somebody else?
And how would you even want someone else to love you? Even us who
Precisely.
don't love you. Even you are seeing you're not loving yourself. So
Yeah,
why
exactly.
will you love
Yourself.
you?
Yeah, but at the same time, it's not that easy. Like, of course, like you know,
It's a process.
it's always a struggle. Everything's a struggle. But I feel like also just making those hard decisions. You know, like the way Kizia Lisama, like losing friends for her it's also a tough bit. So I feel also like itafika a point where you have to make those decisions. You have to let go of some people, like you said.
Na venye ananiangalia into my soul, you have to let go of some people.
He's communicating to you.
Speak to me directly, say Kezia. Kubali that.
Kubali.
Yeah, you forgot to enter shift position. But yeah. So like you have to just make those hard decisions. But I feel like, as Kezia said, like it's gonna be wonderful.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Meg.
For me, I'd say, first I'll answer as Megan. As Megan, I'd say, me, I'm so heavy on community because I know what community has done to me and my journey.
Yeah.
So if you have a community, and kwanza umeza pili yako, hold accountable so that you're also able to take in accountability from other people.
Ooh.
Because a couple of these things, you can't really go through them by yourself.
Ooh.
You need to have people behind you telling you, you know, Leo, you go call and you say, because with the X thing, I will tell you guys behind the tent. I have to call and say, guy, Leo niliband. Leo niliband. I did what we're not supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
So you see, this always reminds you at the back of your head that there are other people who are also watching to see what steps are you making, what are you doing about it. So it also makes you can't be very comfortable, but then you can't get comfortable. So for me, I'd say if you're having a problem starting out, you can pray for a community that will be able to hold you, because it needs a lot of backing up, like a foundation to just, because it's not an easy thing, because you will unpack certain of these toxic traits, unapata uko mavitu zingine hata uko unajua zilikuwa underlying issues. So it's a whole process, but again, be patient with yourself, be gracious with yourself, accord yourself room. Sometimes even in this journey of all of us unpacking our toxic traits, we burnt. Not every day is straight, by the way. You burnt. You overthought about something because Nani didn't text you.
And Jesus.
You've overthought. Because I mean, let me tell you, Jana, my mom is normally home by 8. This woman, because I was talking to my friend and I was ranting about it. But my mom,
be careful.
My mom calls me at she's like, so ndo natoka town 3. So at like 5ish, I'm realizing, kwani siku town ilihama. Mbona tutafika kwa nyumba? Because I left my room, I went and checked the sitting room. She's not there. I'm like, okay, what is happening? And Makiu, my mom went, this is something like the community knows. My mom went to like a really greasy accident last year.
Oof.
So me, I'm overthinking.
Oh, no.
I'm calling her, she's not picking. I call my auntie, she's not picking. So I call my auntie's son and he says, the mom left home at like 4. My mom called me at what? 3. Why did she leave the house at 4? Me, I'm thinking, kwani ameenda amepigiwa simu sijui nini. So at like 5, 6ish, my mom, I start calling her, but anakata. Or rather, simu inakatwa. Me, I've overthought everything. I was even crying, bro. I was just like, what? What's happening? And this is to say, you will have days when your toxic traits will show up.
Yeah.
You'll have days when your toxic traits will be triggered. But that doesn't mean that there's no work you're putting and there's no progress you're making. It's just a slip up. They happen. And it's okay. Don't beat yourself up for it.
They will happen more than once.
Yeah. But then more than once, more than twice, more than thrice. But the thing is, for you to be able to understand, and as we say, spell life, you have to figure out nitty-gritties slowly.
Yeah, man.
Yay, so
Journey.
basically,
That's it.
I didn't even read this. I'm so sad this episode is ending. I was having such a good time, guys.
God. I can sit and talk.
And in fact, I feel like with you guys, it's so seamless from like the get-go when we met.
Sure.
It was so easy going. But rest
flowing.
assured, you are seeing Kevin. I mean, who's Kevin? Kevin was my first boyfriend. In high school.
What is wrong with you?
Expose.
Sorry, guys, slip of the tongue. But rest assured, you will be seeing Calvin and Kezia. Yes. Not once, not twice, you will see them multiple times.
Tumekwambia tunarudi hata
In
usipo
fact,
to invite.
washatoka kwa wenyeji. In fact, mshani convinced. But yeah, today's episode was really nice. I'm so glad.
Yeah.
This was really good.
Yeah, man.
You
Just
guys
want to say
wanna
YOLO
say your
vibes, Maze.
partnership-
YOLO
And
vibes.
so are you.
YOLO vibes.
And so are you.
And so are you.
In fact,
Yeah.
you guys are amazing.
You are
Yeah,
amazing
you
as well,
guys-
babe.
Thank you, girl.
Our amazing host.
You're also a very amazing person to talk to.
Thank you, Kezia.
Yes.
Flattering.
Yeah.
But tell them what you said about us, about Menkes, yeah.
For me,
You know, the thing about being beautiful girls with
beautiful.
big brains.
Yeah, big brains.
You know,
man.
you know.
Yeah, man.
So that was the tunajijazianga. You've had
Yeah.
it here.
Yeah.
We are beautiful girls with big brains. Yeah, anyways,
Yes,
you guys
sir.
do your pattern shots? Like,
Ladies
bye-bye.
first, ladies first, ladies first.
Pattern
ladies
shots.
first.
Tell you, the people bye.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much for tuning into this episode of this podcast. I am going to come back even if you do not invite me. I will show up.
I am
that toxic.
You're toxic.
Anyway, thank you so much for having me. I had so much fun, and I'm
good to
looking
have
forward
you.
to having another conversation.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I've been Calvin Kinandri. Thank you so much to Megan for having me, and also to Kezia as well.
Yeah.
Just remember to show love to her, to show love to the community, because I feel like it's always a good space for us to grow each other. So you just show love and like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's it from me, guys. Oh, apologies. Dennis is not on set today because he had to be somewhere else, but he passes his love and his greetings. We shall see him next episode. Okay, babes, sure.
Oh, Maliza
No,
kwanza.
unaweza sema ndo ni wrap up tu ikiendanga.
Sawa. I'd like you to follow me on my social media handles at Kezia Mongara.
Hey, influenza.
Yeah, influence.
Influenza. Lakini si homa.
Utajuaje?
Influenza.
Follow me on my social media platforms at Kezia Mongara on Instagram and on TikTok. Yes.
Yes. You cannot touch a link.
Yeah. Wewe utaki kusema ufollowiwe.
And maybe.
Utaki wafuasi.
Wache. Usimforce.
I think you can also just leave my name.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
just
Sawa,
Calvin.
sawa. In case you want like a personal date with Calvin, just let me know. Okay, yeah, even. But I don't know if she.
I know. No, not right now.
Anyways, bye guys. See you. Love and light. Have an amazing week, depending on when you hear this. Bye-bye.
Bye.